Yeah, because I didn't think I had my email outside my work email on my computer because I disconnected it, but I guess I do, which here we are. I made it, but on my phone it was super scary. I was like, uh-oh, I've downloaded a virus. Kyle sent me a virus.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if I sent you a virus. I'm
That's
kind of I'm kind of a virus guy.
It
So
felt weird. I actually wanted to send it to Schwer too and say, glad you missed out on tonight because I have a virus.
oh well, yeah, I guess you'll find out soon enough. And then yeah, I guess Schwer is spared. But dude, it's a viable podcasting platform. It's perfect.
That's true.
I've done my 2 or 3 minutes of research.
How does my audio sound? This is no headphones. This is just straight up acoustics and all.
I think it's fine. I mean, it just sounds like a normal Zoom call.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I'm curious to see how it comes out. I guess that's the whole point of this.
Are you mic'd up? Do you have your little furry friend?
Oh yeah, it's right here.
Did you put the fur on?
Look at this. I'm a podcasting master.
It's actually pretty sweet.
It's kind of nice.
Is that
I've been
the
fucking around with it all day. But we'll see how it works. So I don't know. How much time do you got? What do you got on time?
I can go for like 20 minutes, 15 minutes.
All right. I got a few things for us to cover.
Great.
A few pecking items, pecking orders, agendas, what have yous, I don't know. All right. So rule number one that I want to make is that I'm the record button guy.
That's great. I'm totally for that.
Push record whenever I want. I can go an hour, no recording.
That's great. I want my only request is I want as little work as possible. All I want to do is come onto this and talk how I feel and what I feel like. Agenda's great. I'm all for agendas, but I don't want work. I don't want extra work.
You just want the fame.
I want the fame. I want my voice to be heard. I want to be in that furry little Yeti thing to be loud and popping and so forth.
But you just want the world to know what you have to say.
Yeah, especially when it comes to fantasy football, golf, the most fun in life.
That leads me to my next point, which is what are the odds that we make more than 5 episodes? Like this mic we just bought, like odds in like 3 weeks, it's just like gathering dust in the closet.
I honestly think that I would say it is a 95% chance that we make it through 5 episodes.
And then when the baby pops out, you're like, done. I'm done.
No, I think it's a good outlet for when the baby comes. We actually just fun thing. This would be a great part for the recording. We just went to look at our first preschool.
Oh no!
Yeah,
this is happening.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's definitely happening.
Jeez.
I hope it's happening.
Jeez.
Yeah, so, no, we looked at a very nice place. Honestly, it was nicer than I thought. At the end of the day, too, it's one of those things where you go to preschool, or for this, it's even preschool. It's just daycare because it's actually called infantry. That's the zone, the building that are.
So you're enlisting your kid in the military, is what you're doing.
It's not an infantry. It's what is it called?
Infancy?
Elise doesn't even know. She's just hammering ice cream. I asked her and she won't tell me. Anyways, it's like an infant room, but they called it something like, I think they called it infantry. Anyways, it is an infantry from now on. My kid is going to an infantry school. And honestly, it's way nicer than I thought. I was expecting to be like, okay, yeah, whatever. It was great. And they do 8 to 4.
You were kind of psyched on the place where like you would go hang out there?
Yeah. Elise was like, can this be our WeWork?
Wow, what does the world come to?
So like what we have though is it's an 8 to 4. So think about this. Kid is 3 months. So everyone's like, your life's going to change. Your world's going to die. Blah, blah, blah. At 3 months, I can drop my kid off at 8 a.m., get a Dunkin' Donuts across the street from this infantry place, and then drive home and be on the golf course by 8:15.
Yeah, it's called being white.
Whose world sucks?
It's called being white. Welcome.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not you've made it to this point. Your kid's gonna have a sick life. It's gonna be sweet.
Yeah, and like Mason can be there for drop off or pick up. I can be there for drop off or pick up. It's cool.
Nice. Give Mason a saddle. Let him just carry the old boy home.
I would love that if we could somehow get a mount for him, and like for my child, but for other kids if they want to just like take a tour with the lion. It's like a zoo. It's a zoo type.
Interesting. So your kid's not allowed to ride on the lion, but everybody else's kid is fine.
Oh, I hope my kid would like to ride on a lion, but if he doesn't, then yeah, he's open for business. I have like a little jar for donations for my lion.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
All right. I only got a few more minutes with you, so back on topic here. So, all right, the over under on our listeners in the first year.
Okay, so the first year, so this is like quantity of listeners, or it's like, so there's two different, I think I haven't done any research, but I'm assuming you have. So I'm assuming there's a couple of different KPIs when it comes to this stuff.
I've done no research.
Okay.
I bought the mic. That's it.
Okay. Same. I did too. And it's not even here. Vermont. So it's going to take 10x as long as you.
I know there's like subscribers, and I know that there's like listens on Spotify. Well, I don't know that. I'm just assuming that.
Okay. So I
think you get paid for subscribers.
Let's define as KPIs. Our KPIs are listeners, number one, total listens. I think that's number one, like total listens, like at the end of the year, call it 2023. And then we had X amount of total listeners. That's one. Two would be subscribers, which is harder because I don't even subscribe to some of the best podcasts I like. So that's not good for us. And then number three would be incremental listeners, where like we have like repeatable listeners. I don't know if we can track that without them subscribing, but
yeah, I have no idea. All right, let's just go listens.
Okay, total listens.
How about listens on episode 1 after the first year?
Listens. That's actually a good one. Will people go back to episode
1? Yeah, I think so. Like, I don't know. I don't think people always do, especially if there's like thousands of episodes. Like for ones that I listen to, I won't go back and try to like just listen to all of them. I'll just like maybe scroll down to like 10 or 20 and start there.
So how about this? If we get, I think a better question for that is we should set up some prop bets that if we get X amount before the draft, you have to do something or I have to do something. And then if we get X amount by the end of the year, we have to do something.
See, that was one of the things I wanted to ask you about. I feel like this is just going to turn into like you making me bet stuff all year and then I just lose. And so like this is going to cost me money.
Well, it doesn't have to be money. I don't need. Oh, that's great. I can do that when we have more than just you and I on the.
All right. Let's just spit some numbers out. All right. Episode 1, total listens.
Okay. In the total year, total listens.
Yes.
Honestly, I think I'm gonna go high just because that's the type of guy.
You're an aspirational guy.
Yeah. Total listens in the year. I think. I want to say. I think 5,000. I was gonna say 10,000. I think 5,000.
Are you recording this?
Just setting the bar high. Yeah, Elise is like a third. Yeah. She's like a third member on this right now.
This is gold.
Just come on over.
How it's made. You're gonna look back on this in 5 years, and you're gonna be like, "Remember?"
She's not supposed to be in the recruiting studio, but I love her energy. I mean, like I honestly think 10,000 is the right number. I'll go with 5,000, but like, all we got to do is get it out to some type of stupid, fun, loving people. Like,
yeah,
I don't think it's that egregious, especially when it comes to fantasy football drafting time. Golf season's coming around. All of our seasons are right in the. Honestly, our podcast should actually do better pre-drafts than during the season. Like, I actually don't listen to that much fantasy football stuff during the season. I listen to it all before the draft.
Yeah. But I guess this is like meant to be like entertaining during the season, right? That's kind of why it's different. So that's kind of nice.
It is. It's both. I mean, that's a big reason why I don't listen to I listen to the Fantasy Footballers, the one that we went to live. Shout out to
Yeah.
them. They're great, but during the season, I don't really listen to them because I don't care because there's a factor to provide.
They know as much. They know a little more than you.
I don't know if they do. Even.
What's funny? Well, they might have like some reporters on the inside that they can hit up. Maybe. I don't know. I
don't think so.
I don't know how any of this shit works. I don't know anything. All I know is that like I just want to listen to some dumb idiots talking about their fantasy league and like talking shit. Like that's fucking awesome.
Yeah,
there's not there. That doesn't
find me a better podcast. Find me a better podcast. I'm open ears. My ears are burning to listen to something like that.
All right, so here's my number. I've thought about this. I think we will have 12 listens.
12, totally.
And I don't think. Well, okay, so like it can't be like our family. Like Elise can't count.
She does.
The reason why I think it's going to be 12.
She's a list.
One for everyone in the league, minus Prescott, plus like some bro, like 15-year-old kid in like the Midwest named Alfonso, who like loves the podcast, just loves it. So like 11 of us, not including Prescott. Prescott's never going to listen to this.
Yeah. Okay, I agree. I agree with the Prescott sentiment, but then think about this. Think about this one fact. With Eric and I both on the pod, he coaches a high school hockey team. I guarantee you get 5 to 10 listens out of that team, just because they're going to be like, Coach Schwers. And then I coach a high school soccer team. So I'm going to get some sympathy, 5 to 10 votes.
Okay,
right
this you're just segueing me perfect. It's like you have access to my notes. So like next up, like what are the ground rules here? Because this was Schwers' number one concern. He was like, I'm a high school hockey coach. Like didn't mention his job, which I thought was hilarious. Just like I'm a high school hockey coach. Like I can't just like be affiliated with like you guys saying the shit that you do in our group chat.
Well, okay, yeah, I think yeah, you keep it clean because it's also our professional lives. But at the same time, I get where he's coming from because I'm literally looking at on my desktop. I have the certification for like don't be a dumbass from CBU because for high school when you work with youth, so you have to get all these certifications that take hours and hours. When you're working a professional career, there's no certifications of like being a dumbass. Like you don't want to be a dumbass because then you'll get fired, obviously.
So.
But I understand where his mind is coming from because he probably just took the same certifications I just took where it's like, don't do this, don't say X thing. So, yeah, I get it.
Okay, so what you're telling me is like being a high school sports coach is like the most upstanding citizen. Like you have to be perfect. No getting canceled.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, at the end of the day, you're with 15 to 18-year-olds sometimes 3 to 4 hours a day more.
All right, let's run through some scenarios.
Okay, great. This is good.
All right, so let's say end of week 1 this year, I have Derek Carr on my team. Let's say I just went out, I took Derek Carr, got him late in the rounds, pretty fired up.
You probably on it, and let's just say this: Derek Carr's gonna go in the 3rd round in our 2 QB league.
Oh, that's true. I mean, well, yeah. I mean,
early third, late 2nd.
I think quarterbacks are going to go like wildfire this year. It's going to be
nuts. But he's still QB 14.
Well, yeah. I mean, they always go fast, but I feel like the last like 5 years or so, like there's been a lot of running backs in the 1st round, which like usually doesn't like 10 years prior didn't really happen in our league. I might be wrong about that. Okay, so Derek Carr, he puts up, let's say 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say, okay, so on this podcast, you know, we've got 34 listeners, let's say. I'm wrong. We got 34 listeners week 1. I go ahead and say something like,
and those, for reference, those numbers aren't bad if there's 52 weeks in a year. We're already at over, you know.
You're doing the math. Our month-over-month growth rate at that point, it's like, damn, it's like at least 10%. That's pretty good.
So,
all right. So I say Derek Carr stinks.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah, duh.
All right. How about this? I say Derek Carr sucks ass.
I think that's fine.
That's cool with CVU. And
I think that's fine for you to say. I'm not saying that.
You're not going to say Derek Carr sucks ass.
I probably will.
All right, so that actually leads me to the next segue, but we're not there yet. All right, so
wait, before we keep going, right now, this is great. I wish this was actually a real podcast because I would love to know, where do you think Derek Carr will be start of the NFL season?
All right, okay, all right. So before we get ahead of ourselves here, so Derek Carr sucks ass. I can say that.
I think you can say just for
Can I say fuck Derek Carr?
Yeah.
Hell yes. All right, so I can say Schwers. You're saying I can swear.
All right. I will not name the club that I coach for, but I coach for a club, Farpo Soccer Club.
You can't say that.
I didn't say that, but that's the soccer club I coach for. I had practice yesterday, and first hour or so going famously, boys are working, we're hustling, everything's going well, they're listening to the drills. My team's very dedicated. We have a very good 08 team. When I say 08, that means they're U15s. Most of them are freshmen in high schools.
Okay.
So we get into like this session where it's a pretty simple shooting drill. And for this, I'm just kind of watching, monitoring. And all of a sudden, you start to see the level starts to drop. The intensity starts to drop. And guys are just kind of walking around, especially like when a ball goes over their head. It's a very simple shooting drill. So I have to stop this drill and bring everyone in the middle. And typically, I don't really get that mad at my players. I'm very like enthusiastic type of coach. And I lit into them. I said, if I'm spending my Sundays here, and we had a player come down from the academy who's a U17, if this player is coming from taking his time out of his day to come work out with us, and you guys are acting like this, you guys can get the fuck out of here. You guys can leave. The door's right there. You're old enough. You can get the fuck out of here.
Did any of them walk?
No, they looked at me like I was the scariest person on the entire world. And the next 30 minutes, they were the best team you've ever seen play at that
moment. See, that means you know when to drop the hammer. Because if you over drop the hammer, then it diffuses it, or it dilutes it.
I saw God in their eyes.
That's sick. You dropped an F-bomb on these boys.
And I don't really, but I did. So that's where I get to like the language part. It's like, I'm not going to be profusely swearing on this podcast, but I think it's, when necessary, I think it's okay.
All right. You know I'm a controversial guy. I like to say crazy stuff.
Yeah. No, this is good. I think guidelines are really good.
All right. Okay. So, all right, I'm going to play you a video, and I want to know if it's crossed the line.
Okay.
This video is from December 10th, 2017.
It's probably crossed the line.
All right, can I just play it?
Yeah.
I think I could beep stuff out of the software. Maybe I can go in and like beep stuff out. All right. Let me know I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. So I'm going to start it and then pause it and see if you can hear it.
What's up, League?
Can you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
You know, Kyle here, 2015 champ, 2016 playoff contender, 2017 number 3 seed. You know, just putting years after years after years together of great seasons. Just wanted to say, hey, hello. I'm fired up about today. It's going to be a great fucking day. I'm going to take my team. Destroy. Shove it right. Destroy. You hear that? You heard it here first. I'm not. Destroy. His asshole. I'm going to take my Jeff's asshole, his real asshole. Okay? So I hope you all have a great day. Good luck in the playoffs. To those of you who didn't make playoffs, sorry, I'm not sorry. You guys destroy. Yeah, I'm out. Bye.
All right. So yeah. Fucking, I mean, when I pulled that video up last night, I fucking died laughing.
All right. So on the crossing line spectrum, say like 10 is crossing the line. That's probably like a 13 or 14.
13?
Yeah. Crossing the line is 10. 5 is dropping an F. 6 is dropping an F-bomb. That's probably like a 13 or 14. So yes.
Yeah, because I mean,
so maybe it's fine. I don't know. I think we're in the gray zone.
But if I was like Derek Carr,
destroy.
I think you personally can say that.
I got nothing. Like, no job. No kids are looking up to me. I don't even have kids. So, like, I'm not coaching down at the school. Like, there's nothing. No one cares.
You actually drove me to the police station to get fingerprinted so I could be a coach.
Yeah, I'm a good guy. I'm an upstanding.
Yeah, you actually have to do that. So I think Schwers probably thinking, I just got my fingers printed to make sure I'm okay to do this, and now I'm going on a podcast.
But we can do wonders with editing. So
okay. I like that.
I don't think it'll be fun if it's filtered, if we're like making people hold back too much. I think there's like lines, right? Like, you always hear people on podcasts say like, can I swear? Or like, what can I say? I think like that podcast that I linked in our document, like that is like the farthest end of the spectrum of like what should and should not be, like what is like gray area? Like, is this okay to say? Like, they say some crazy shit, and they're comedians, so they're allowed to.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, like we're not comedians, but part of the humor is like us being unfiltered. So I think, yeah, it is a line. I think we got to be careful, but we'll figure all that out down the line. I just wanted to make sure we draw some lines there. All right.
I think my last thing on that, like the drawing the lines part for this segment, is that I am enough cross-functional in my life where I'm coaching, doing on camera like all day with clients, that I think I can keep my level steady in the sense of like, I don't want to unfilter myself. So I think I'll be okay to monitor myself in that sense.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So we only got, we're a little over your time limit here, but last thoughts. So
okay, this is fun. Wait, I had one more thought. Derek Carr, where is he going to play?
Well, we don't even know what team he's going to be on.
That's the point. Start of the NFL season.
Well, where he's going to play? Oh, I thought you said where he's going to, like, I thought you meant like where he's going to land in the draft. I mean, the Pats are screwed, right? Like
Mac Jones.
He's so bad. I hate him so much.
He's bad, but Bill O'Brien's coming back. Remember, Mac Jones played at Alabama with Bill O'Brien as his OC at Alabama. So they've worked together for 2 years. They won a national title together.
I don't know. I don't know this kind of stuff.
I don't think the fantasy footballers know that shit.
You're the kind of guy that knows this stuff. All right. I think the Miami's interesting. Like, what's going on with Tua? Is he going to play football again?
His brain's hurt, but he's going to play. He's going to play through.
That's so dumb. Like,
it's dumb.
He should not play football.
I think Derek Carr, and this is a wild take because I just think it's going to happen.
Wait. I got one more place, maybe.
Okay.
New Orleans.
That's a good one. That's a clean one.
Especially if Sean Payton stays.
Sean Payton will not.
He's not the head. Derek Carr, he might.
He's not the head coach there right now.
Oh, did he? Or is that already news? He already left.
He's already gone. He's a Fox analyst.
Oh, he took the Fox deal.
Well, he's been suspended, so he's like he's like in gray zone. I think he's gonna wait. So. My thing with Sean Payton is he's gonna wait a year, and then he's gonna take the Chargers job because Brandon Staley's an idiot and doesn't know how to coach.
Oh, well, yeah. That's like Colin Cowherd.
Yeah,
whatever.
That's he's been saying that. But the other one that I actually just heard today that I think is real is that if the Bills don't get to the conference title or the Super Bowl next year, Sean McDermott might be out, and that would be the job that he most covets because he gets to coach Josh Allen.
Yeah, Sean McDermott's kind of pissed, huh? He's like kind of done.
I mean, the fact that Josh Allen haven't made it to the conference finals.
Yes,
that's crazy. Derek Carr on this pod, he will be a Carolina Panther.
Oh, interesting. Yes, that's gonna suck for him.
Yeah, Tom Brady, Vegas, calling those two right now.
Oh, kind of cool.
Yeah,
kind of cool. What if Tom went back to the Pats? That'd be sick.
I mean, I would love it. Everyone love it. Everyone freaking love it. Everyone would drink Dunkin' Donuts and have a grand old time.
All right. So last bit here. Let's say me, you, and Schwer kind of end up being like the foundation of this cast. We've got 10,000 listeners by the end of the year, and me, you, and him are the ones that are on it consistently.
Mm-hmm.
What are the roles? What are the roles? And I want to say what my roles are. Actually, no, I want you to say what you think each character personality should be. Like, what do you think everyone should be like? What should be their domains?
Well, I think already you've done a good job of. I mean, I wouldn't be on the podcast without you. So I think you having the foundation, you have to just be the foundation guy. You're gonna have to read the ads.
I'm gonna have to. Oh, I'm gonna have to what? Oh, read the ads. I have. That's our last bit.
Okay. Well, so yeah, there's gonna be
This is sick. We're just on the same page. This has been crazy.
I think my role feels pretty clean in the sense of I am bringing an expertise of fantasy football. Like, I hate to say it, but I know a lot about where players played in college. I know where they play now. I think I'm top 0.0011, like 0.001% of that. And then
I just burped in the mic. Did you hear that? I just burped.
No, I didn't actually. The mic's just clean and filters that shit. Outside of that, I think it's just normal. I think I'll probably be. I think my other role is like kind of the commissioner of the league. I think that's where I keep my league. Or keep my.
You're just cool sports guy. People are like, what's gonna happen? And you're like, this is what I think.
Yeah, I think.
Where do I start?
I think Schwer is more the funny side, and hockey. He brings hockey into the game, which is nice.
Who gives a fuck about hockey?
I don't care about hockey. I would love it if we never talked about hockey, but I was just
never talk about hockey.
I was trying to give him some lane. He's also the editing guy. He's kind of like the IT guy.
He's the IT guy. He also has tons of followers on YouTube. So
it's true.
A couple of those little listens,
I feel like he's kind of like the butt of the jokes.
Also, yeah, him and I are going to talk unreal amounts of shit.
Yeah, which is great.
But he also can make us a logo. We need a logo.
Yeah, we need some swag.
I need an outro. Listen to this current.
Yes. Can Dave write it?
I'm thinking listen to my outro. This is what I'm thinking. Can you hear that?
Yeah, go louder. Yeah, go louder. Go louder.
How about now?
Louder.
Yeah, it's as loud as it goes.
It's good.
Welcome to the Ivy League of Extraordinary Gentlemen podcast, where we're gonna talk shit and we don't know what we're talking about. Yeah, just something dumb like that.
That's good, but you need to intertwine it with some sports connotation has to be in there.
We like football.
I mean, the fact that if we can actually get the Ivy League of Extraordinary Gentlemen as our podcast is kind of sick. I was thinking about it in the shower the other day. I was
That's a topic for conversation. It's an episode 1 topic of conversation.
It's literally the best podcast name.
It's so good. It's a little bit elitist, which I don't want people to think we're elitist or anything. Which
I think literally you have it in the thing is three whatever you want to call us, 3 middle-aged white dudes that went to state school.
We're middle-aged? Are we middle-aged?
Yeah, 30. 30's middle age.
No way.
Dude, I was just at a fucking infantry camp looking at baby things. We're middle-aged. There's this one guy who was 50 years old. I'm like, he had a little baby. I'm like, Jesus, you could be my dad.
Fuck.
Yeah. So
all right.
So the state school part is one of our things is none of us went to an Ivy League school.
Well, some of the league did, but that's
a good part of it is
and they're also the worst fantasy footballers. All right. So here are my roles. Skyler is hot take guy. Not hot take guy, but yeah, you get my point. He's the hot take sports guy. You could be the hot guy too. Actually, yeah, you're definitely the hot guy. You're obviously the hot guy. You're the hot take sports guy. All right, and then Kyle is me. I'm the cool producer, host, funny.
Yeah, yeah. You live in a van.
Yeah,
you live in a van for the audience sake.
Yeah,
Honestly, you should do your episodes in the Sprinter sometimes. That'd be sick.
Just van. It'd probably have great acoustics.
Yeah.
All right. And then what I'm thinking for Schwer, hear me out. He's like, that like Barstool segment where like the guy with the long hair and the mustache like interviews people?
Mm-hmm.
Schwer, like the fat dude that just sits there and like eats ice cream.
Yes.
You know what I'm talking about? He's just like eating chili dogs, and every once in a while we ask him a question. He's like, "Huh?" Oh, that'd be so good. We just get him to have his shirt off all the time.
That's so good.
All right.
I love that. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good with all that. That sounds great.
All right. And then advertisements. So I don't know, like we're never going to, like, let's just be real. Like there's never going to be advertisements. Well, let's just assume there's never advertisements. Maybe there is. Who knows? Maybe we get a few thousand clicks and DraftKings is like, hey, yeah, you guys. I'm gonna bet on that not happening. Just because I'm a realist.
We could get the Manscaper, the Lawnmower 5 6.0. You know what I'm saying? That thing is like one of the top ads. We could get Bud Light is a cool one. That could be fun.
In the meantime, let's just assume it's not going to happen.
Okay.
What if we just made up like a bunch of fake advertisements?
I think that's great.
And we have Gideon just record ads for non-real things.
Yes. Gideon already has these takes.
Dude, yeah, he's got like a million business ideas that make no sense.
Yes.
We just have him run like ads for them, like Club Sandwich. Come on down to Club Sandwich.
Yeah,
it's a club where we also serve sandwiches.
Dude, that is brilliant. That is brilliant.
All right, deal.
All right, so if we're in rules mode, what happens if we what happens if it does take off? What do we do?
We're not. I don't even think we should talk about it.
We have to. This is the part where you dream, Kyle.
I think like I just want to do this because I have time, and I think I just like rank stuff in my life. It's like Jess. Let's say Jess number one. I have to say Jess.
Really good.
That's number one. Number two is just like finding excuses to hang with the boys.
Okay.
And so like fantasy football serves that, but there's all these off-season times in the middle of the week. Like the chats are kind of quiet. Like this gives me another opportunity to just hang with the boys and joke around and have fun. So like that's where I'm at.
Oh, actually, that's a really good segue to a thought I had, and then I gotta go because I gotta go to soccer. It's late. It's a 9 p.m. men's league game. I'm actually playing tonight, by the way. I have to get my body loose. I gotta get it warm.
You gotta go get that middle-aged body all warmed up.
Last segment or last thought. Dave came over last night to watch the games, and he was like, yeah, sorry I threw you under the bus on the Miami thing. I'm like, yeah, you said you were going to do stretch. Like, you just went left when you were going to go right. Anyways, that's here nor there. He knew
he was supposed to vote for Vermont.
Yeah, he was like, he texted me right before. He's like, yeah, don't worry, I got Vermont.
He just got peer pressured and like got all flustered and went Miami.
He's like, Chuck really wanted it.
Oh my God, dude.
So that's one. Number two, he had an idea of what about if we just do the draft? What about if we do Miami in like middle of April?
Yeah, we already talked about this.
I know, but we talked about like doing like some summit. Like we actually just do the draft. Like we draft in April.
Yeah, I mean, it's just added risk, and honestly, it's like the riskiest month is July and August, right? Like those are the two riskiest months. And so like, yeah, the more time, the more probability that like someone gets hurt, someone crashes their car, someone does something stupid, right? Mm-hmm. Someone gets fired, someone gets canceled. Who knows? Like, I don't know. I personally don't care. I want the draft to happen and I want 12 guys to be there for the whole weekend. So like, I am down for that, especially if it works well for you and others. So,
I feel like third or fourth week of April will be sick because it's also not insane. It's actually a nice time to go to Miami.
Me and Gid are in San Diego the last week.
Okay. Well, maybe we send out something. But anyways, do your exit. What is it? Exit called? Is it an outro?
Outro?
Yeah, do your outro, and then I gotta go.
Yeah. Sick, right?
That
was the Ivy League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. Thank you for listening. Just like, I don't know, something dumb like that.
And then you gotta get like an actual fart noise or something.
Yeah. We'll come up with.
Yeah, I gotta think about I have to like say something cool like peace out.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Yeah.
Deuces.
Bye.
Bonnie.
Bye.
All right, re-listen to this, see if it was good, and we'll go from there.
I didn't record any of this.
It's recorded. It's up in the left corner.
Oh, it tells you if it's recording?
Yeah.
Damn it. I was kind of hoping. That was like my rule. Was like I was record guy, and like you guys don't know when it's on and when it's not on.
Oh, well, turn it off. See if it works.
Yeah. All right. This is it. We're stopping.